Hi everyone, my name is John Lee, and tonight I'm presenting on the whistleblower Kim Emigh. And I chose Kim Emigh because he just showed so much courage with the situation with WorldCom. Although he wasn't the main whistleblower in WorldCom, he kind of got the ball rolling in with his ethical behavior in the situation with WorldCom. And we all know his story, how he he had he just went through a lot of managers who were being unethical. Everyone around him was unethical, but he showed the courage, and he knew what was right, and he was able to do the right thing. And it took its toll on his family, but he can look back and know that he was ethical and that he didn't give in to what may be considered peer pressure in the business world. And so I'm going to go through the 7 steps of how to blow the whistle, and that are mentioned in the text of Trevino and Nelson and in chapter 4. And I'm going to go through each one and kind of show how Kim Emigh did these things. You may not have known that they were there, but I think they kind of use him as an example of how to blow the whistle. And the first one is approach your immediate manager first. Kim Emigh, he realized there were problems, and he had no problem going to his manager, showing him what the problems were. And unfortunately at WorldCom, the culture there was so bad that his managers would say, just ignore that, we don't want any trouble. And they were the ones who were causing the trouble, so of course they didn't want him to rat them out, but it was all throughout the company. So he did follow the first step, approach your immediate manager. Discuss the issue with your family is step number 2. And of course this was a hard situation, so he was always talking with his wife, letting her know what was going on. And so she knew what the situation was, because this was a hard situation for him. She knew that his job might be on the line by doing something ethical, but it was worth it to them. The third step is take it to the next level, and he definitely did that. He went to his manager. The problem in this situation is it was his managers that were doing the unethical thing. So in this step, there's not much they could have done for him, because they're the ones who wanted him to ignore it, not cause any trouble, because they were getting what they wanted, the unethical behavior. Fourth step, mentioned in the chapter, is contact your company's ethics officer. And of course, WorldCom did not have an ethics officer. There were so many unethical things going on. And I think cases of WorldCom, of Enron, and so forth are reasons why there are corporate ethics officers now. And what a wonderful thing that is, that people can go and anonymously report unethical behavior. So we don't have the same situation that Kim Emigh was in, where he got so much flack from everyone for reporting the bad things that were going on. So thank goodness they have put that into place now. The fifth step is consider going outside your chain of command. And Kim Emigh did this. He knew that his managers weren't, he was being commanded by his managers and their managers to do things that were completely unethical. He knew that they were considered fraud, so he went right around, jumped through the chain of command, went straight to upper levels of management, and when they realized what was going on, they made sure throughout all the company that no one was doing these things. And this came back to haunt Kim, because his managers asked him directly, "Are you the one who ratted us out?" And he of course said yes, and they pretty much directly said to him that he was going to lose his job. They weren't going to put up with it, and unfortunately that's what happened. And step 6, go outside of the company. Kim Emigh, he didn't really go outside of the company, but in the end he did, because once he lost his job, this article was written about him, and Cynthia Cooper was able to get this article, and she's the one who ended the WorldCom scandal. So he really was able to go outside of the company and help end the scandal through his actions. And step 7 is leave the company. And he, of course, left not by his choice. He was laid off, one of the only managers laid off, and he knew it was unjust. And for the next 14 months, he wasn't able to get a job because of his references. WorldCom, they wouldn't talk to people trying to hire him, and life was miserable for him. And it really, blowing the whistle for Kim Emigh, it really took its toll on his life. It was difficult for his family, difficult for his children. But he's really an example to all of us in the business world that if something unethical is going on, no matter what, it's more important to do the right thing, and we can look up to him for that. And thank goodness for people like Kim Emigh, that even though they're in such a difficult situation with so many unethical people, when people make the right decisions, it'll bless their lives in the end. And that's my presentation. Thanks for listening. Bye.